Alright, listen up. I actually enjoyed the game quite well, but a lot of players, including myself, can't help but notice some missing elements in Lego Fortnite. So let's jump into the top 10 things that could really make a difference. Let's hope the developers take note, as it'll be cool to see them. And on number 1, we have the fast travel. In Minecraft, we have railways. In 7 Days to Die, we have vehicles. In Creative Worlds, we have portals that can be connected to one biome and then back to the base, which I think is the best way to travel. In Lego Fortnite, we don't have this, so even if you try to make a car for your own using the wheels and all, there's no way to steer it properly. It is insane on how long it takes to travel from one biome to another in this game. The only way you could fast travel in this game is going through the cave entrances. Grappling hook makes it better, but it still takes a long time. So it is important that they add a way for us to fast travel in the game. Moving on to number 2, more weapons. Yep, that's right. We really do need more weapons added to this game because there's just 2 weapons in this game, which is the crossbow and the sword besides the night shield. It really isn't enough, and it would be cool to see them add different weapons into the game. Maybe some sort of gun or rifle with arrows like fire arrows, poison arrows, explosive arrows, spears, greatsword, or magical tomes that has different abilities. Number 3, bosses. Okay, so there's only 3 bosses in this game that only appears randomly in the open world with 3 biomes. You have the Grassland Brute, the Dry Valley, and the Frostland Brute. Sure, these bosses pack a punch, but it doesn't really feel like a boss to me. It just feels more like a tough enemy in the biome itself. So imagine if they added bosses with a chunky health bar where it has various attacks that it can throw at you, and you'll have to come prepared for these. As soon as you start the fight, the music changes. There's no way for you to escape it but to face the boss until the end. But at the end of it, after you kill the boss, it comes with valuable rewards for you to claim. Maybe you enter a dungeon and then you'll come across a boss that's protecting the path with some treasures. Or maybe you find a fort where it's heavily guarded and you'll have a boss/king that's in control of that fort. Once you kill that boss, you'll be granted access to a room full of rewards. And that comes to number 4, rewards. The loot system is really bad. Most of the time you'll either get wines, berries, or bones. Now, like we were talking about killing a boss that's controlling a fort earlier, imagine that at the end of it, the loot that you get could be a chest full of resources that'll help you build and progress. You'll either get a bunch of briarwood, stones, or epic resources in a pretty good quantity. Would that not only be really nice to have, but the amount of items in this game is still little and they should add a bunch more stuff. Number 5, raids. A lot of players can agree that we need raids. We create a village that can defend from random skeletons that appear during the night, but we don't have a proper raid system in this game. That's something that all of us would enjoy to have, building watchtowers and deploying some archers there and doing your best to defend against a horde of enemies, including a brute that would absolutely destroy your base once it's there. But how well can you defend it, given that you have so little weapons and not much defense to add in your village? It would also be really nice if they added PvP into this game, so players could just make a village of their own and try to defend it from their friends. So that brings us to number 6, turrets and traps. Now, how awesome would it be to actually build a better fort of your own or a village with the ability to have turrets or traps around it? Players come up with different and creative ways on building their own defense. So for a raid or a horde night, this would be the perfect thing to have. If you ever played 7 Days to Die, you'd see multiple traps and turrets that you could build to survive through a horde night. And that's what makes the game so much fun. And it only gets harder and harder from there. So it gives us players more time to collect resources and build, because the next raid won't be as easy. So having all the traps and turrets surrounded on your base would also bring a challenge to the enemies. Number 7, potions and food. So there's a lot of food that you can make in this game, and sure, it could give you some buff like health regen or stamina regen, but there isn't a food that gives you a buff for damage. So when you're facing a boss, having one of these would make your fight a lot easier. Having a potion crafting bench where you'll be able to make different types of potions like what we have in Minecraft will change the way we play the game. It could be buffs or debuffs, poison, elemental damage, or much more. Number 8, building. Building this game is actually quite satisfying, and it's the best part for those who love Lego blocks so much, but there isn't much we can do to construct a better home. Having electronic fans, alarm systems, better blocks would give us players a way to make our own elevator or just a fancy base. There's so much more that they can add to the building aspect of this game so that players would just get really creative in their own way. Number 9, more biomes. Currently, we only have 4 types of biomes in this game: the grassland, dryland, frostland, and the show. Reaching the frostland in this game means you're already at the end of the game, so it's the final biome for you to explore and collect its epic resources. After that, there's not much you can do besides just building. So like I mentioned earlier about bosses, they do really need to add them for the show biome as well. And having other biomes like the jungle or a completely dark and creepy zone with more deadly enemies would give us players a lot more to explore. Finally, we come to number 10, and that's player gears. So there's really no armor in this game, like a chest piece or a helmet. The way we get defense in this game is through the charms. Sadly, we only have 4 slots in total, 3 for the charms and 1 for the glider. Now we need better armors that we can actually wear, and also more slots so that we can change the way we play the game. Maybe like a set of things. If a player wants to explore, they could have a build completely for exploring. A backpack that increases your inventory slots or the amount of resources that you can carry, or just a build for fighting enemies. Hopefully they do add some of this in the next update and it will completely change the way we play the game and give us more replayability. I'm really hoping that they really bring us a way to fast travel in this game, because we just hate the distance and we don't want to walk all the way for 30 minutes straight. Well, that wraps up, so that's it for this video. If you did enjoy, do leave a like and subscribe. Thanks for watching and have an amazing day.